Jeez. Did I really just spend over $300 trying to find a Lego on Shein? So yes, I am back at my experimental ways to find all the best and the craziest places to try to find real Lego sets at a decent price. About a year ago, I embarked on the crazy journey of buying unreleased Lego on Temu, of all places. And then I moved on to figuring out what buying Lego on Amazon Japan was all about. But my next purchase here has me going down the Shein rabbit hole. Now, if you are like me, you probably have no clue what Shein is all about. So good news though, I went ahead and did all the research for you so that you don't have to. So I always thought Temu and Shein were basically like one and the same and basically were owned by the same company, but apparently that's not the case. Shein is actually privately owned by this guy named Chris. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. Basically, from my understanding, Shein kind of started out like an online marketplace for clothing, while Temu is a little bit different in that they're kind of more like a general online marketplace, kind of like an Amazon. However, even though Shein just kind of started out with clothing on their online marketplace, it does appear that over the years, they've slowly kind of started to broaden into a lot of different products, including Lego, or what we think is Lego. And that is kind of where my journey all starts with Shein. I stumbled onto the Shein website, and I went ahead and typed in Lego into the search bar just for the heck of it, just to really see if anything actually came up. And what do you know? A bunch of seemingly real Lego listings actually popped up. Now, Shein is kind of using the same kind of gamified discount style of kind of getting you to buy different things and potentially getting discounts and coupon codes. And it definitely drew my attention. That's probably what they were trying to do. But what really drew my attention was the fact that not only were they listing currently sold Lego sets, but they also had a decent selection of retired Lego sets, kind of like you would find like on an eBay or a Bricklink. So the first thing that really caught my eye were these retired Lego Adidas Superstars. They retired at the end of 2022. But after kind of comparing the pricing to what current eBay listings are going for, this was slightly higher than the typical price on eBay, which was unfortunate. And to be frank, I never really loved the look of these Adidas Superstars anyways, so I just decided to move on. There were also some pretty crazy listings like this retired upside down house from Stranger Things going for about $500, which I think is in the market price. And then they also had this Rolling Stone set that retired at the end of 2023, but again, checking the price on that, it wasn't super enticing, even though it was a few dollars lower than the eBay pricing. Now, there were also a few sketchy things that definitely caught my eye as I continued to scour this site, one of which was this crazy pricing for the Apollo lunar roving vehicle at over $400. The other thing that was kind of sketchy to me is on some listings, they had like the Lego logo down here at the bottom, and then it would have like this 100% authentic tag here, while other Lego listings really didn't have this tag at all, which was kind of odd. Now, I did try to avoid purchasing from most of the sketchy listings, but there were a couple that I just couldn't resist. One being this Creator 3-in-1 White Rabbit that did not have the 100% authentic tag on it. And another one being this one here, which has the full listing for the Lego set and all, but the actual picture of the listing is this Farmer Labubu. So I definitely had to see what that was all about. I went ahead, I placed the order for about 7 sets. The order actually shipped from Philadelphia, which right off the bat, that actually seemed a little bit more promising than shipping from China. And within about 5 days, all the packages were sitting on my doorstep. All right, so we are going to go ahead and open up all these sets. But before we do that, like I said, I do want to give most of these sets away, with the exception of this one right here, which I'm actually hoping is real because I want to add it to my collection. But outside of that, I want to give away most of these sets. So here's what you need to do. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button just so I know that you like this type of content. And then comment down below which set you like the most. And then what I'm going to do at the end of the month, I'll pick out one winner for each set that is actually real in here. The only stipulations that I would place on this would be, this is going to be US only for this giveaway. Maybe in the future I'll do worldwide, but US only, and then you have to be at least 18 years of age. So comment, subscribe, like, and hopefully you'll be one of the winners of one of these real sets, if they're actually real. So let's start off by taking a look in the bag first. Definitely not the most ideal way to send a bunch of Lego sets in a bag, but the first one here is the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Rabbit, and this one actually looks pretty good, I would say. The tabs are actually intact. The box is damaged, obviously. I don't see any set number or name, which is kind of a concern, but I do feel like this is a legitimate set, so I feel like we're good on this one.
Let's go!
Next, we're going to take a look at the City Green race car. This one I paid about 13 bucks for. The aftermarket sells it for about $13 to $14. It is a retired set, but this one also looks good outside of the box being damaged. I don't see any major concerns on this one, and I feel like we have another real set on our hands here. Then we're going to come to the Hogwarts Flying Lesson. This is a really cool set. I paid about $29 for this. It goes on the aftermarket for about $33 to $35, also retired. So I got a little bit of a deal on it, but again, the box is damaged, but again, no major concerns here. I got the set that I was looking for. You get the collectible tiles inside this box. There's some pretty cool minifigures in here as well. You get the one gold. I think you can collect a range of the gold minifigures there. So very cool set. And again, I feel like we did well on this one, and I feel like we got another real set. For all those Ninjago fans, I did pick up the Ninjago Overlord Dragon. This is also another retired, very cool set. I paid about $29 for this. Came in around $35 to $38 on the aftermarket, retired. So again, a little bit of a deal, nothing amazing, but again, box looks real. No major concerns on this one. Again, also damaged, just like we've seen with every other set, but I do feel like we got another real set here, and this is another pretty cool set to have. So there were two sets that were inside boxes inside the bags, and this was actually the Lego listing, but had the pictures of the Labubu farmer on it. So I was very interested to see what was actually in this box. And after opening it, I'm glad to say there actually is the right set inside the box. This is Ariel's music stage, not retired. I paid about $15.28 for it. Retails for about $16, so not much of a deal, but it does mostly look real. It's in good condition. There is no name and number, again, on the side of the box, so I'm definitely going to have to look at that further, and I'll probably open it up here further in just a second. And then the second set inside a box inside the bag is this one right here. This is actually going to be the Wonder Woman set. This is Wonder Woman versus Cheetah. I paid about $28 for this. It retails for about $23 to $25. Actually retired, so this one I actually overpaid for. This is a beautiful set. I love the look of this set. I honestly think this is completely underrated. My son actually built this when this was on the shelves, and I thought it was really cool at the time, but I don't know if it's just the box art, but this set looks really amazing. The minifigures are also actually really super cool. So I'm a fan of this set. Everything looks real again. This one actually does have the set name on it and the piece count, so I don't know what's going on here, but it looks good. It looks real, so I'm happy with this one, and I think it's a very cool set. But now it's time to move on to the big one. You can see this isn't a ready-to-ship box, which is promising, and then you can see the fulfillment center there. Apparently, it's in New Jersey, but then it also has kind of like the Lego barcoding and name and tag here on the side, which is, again, a very good sign before even opening up this box. This was a set I was hoping to get my hands on for quite a while, so I was really hoping that this was real. And looking inside the box, we can see that this is the Lego Architecture Notre Dame, or Notre Dame, however you want to say it. And man, does that thing look amazing. Very exciting to see this right off the bat. It looks completely real. We got the patterning on the bottom of the box. All the tabs do appear to be intact, which is really good to see. Printing on the box looks really good. It feels like that wholesome Lego quality that we're used to, which is really good. So I am very pleased with how this one looks. Before I fully commit, I think I need to crack this one open and just make sure that whatever we have inside here actually is real. And right off the bat, after opening it, obviously you can see paper bags. And with the paper bags, obviously this would lean me to believe that this came from Europe, probably, but not for 100%. But it does look like we have the typical numbered bags. It all feels good. We have a secondary box here. I'm going to pop this bag open here and actually look at the pieces just to see what we've got. And we've got kind of a little, for whatever reason, plastic bag in there. But looking at one of the bricks here, we can see the Lego logos printed on it. It all looks good. The quality looks good. And then just to look at the manual as well, just to make sure that looks good. Same thing, quality is good. Printing looks normal from what I'm used to after building hundreds of sets, maybe thousands at this point. So All in all, I'm very happy because that one does look real. But we're not done yet. I do want to take a look at that 4 Plus Ariel's music stage set, because if we look at a picture here, you can see there's a lot of writing on the side of the box, and it's just very plain on the side of this actual box that came from Shein. So let's check it out. You can see in here we do have actually plastic bags now, so who knows where this one came from. But all the pieces actually look pretty good there. We've got some separate pieces there, another bag, and then the manual in the side here also looks pretty good. So all in all, this one also looked very real. I didn't see any major issues with this one either. And then if we take a little bit of a closer look at this piece here, also has the Lego logo printed on the studs. So I think we're good on really all 7 sets. So there it is. You can find real Lego on the Shein website. I would still exercise a little bit of caution, but real Lego is on there. Regardless, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below with your favorite set out of those 6, and I will be picking 6 winners at the end of August, and I will message you on your YouTube comment and let you know that you won so I can get your shipping details. Good luck, and thanks for watching.